Sofia in the Rain. Aryan was a 28-year-old painter from Mumbai, India. Quiet, observant, and somewhat of a dreamer. He had always believed that real love wasn't just found, it was felt. Like a deep pull in your chest when you meet someone who makes the world stop. He hadn't felt that yet, until Paris. It was his first time in Europe. He had come to the city of love to find inspiration, to escape routine, and perhaps, though he didn't admit it to himself, to find someone who could shake up his quiet world. That evening, Paris was soaked in silver rain, the kind of rain that glistens under street lamps and makes everything feel like a black and white movie. Aryan stood near the Seine, sketchbook in hand, lost in thought. That's when he saw her. She was standing across the street, completely unbothered by the rain. Her red dress clung to her skin, her heels clicked softly on the wet pavement, and her hair, dark and wavy, was soaked. Yet somehow she looked like a painting. Elegant, untamed, alive. Their eyes met, and just like that, something shifted. She crossed the street slowly, eyes never leaving his. She smiled, not shyly, not boldly, but like she already knew the story they were about to write together. "You're drawing the city?" she asked in a smooth accent. "Spanish, maybe?" "I was," he said, still stunned. "Now I'm drawing you." She laughed, her voice like music. "I'm Sofia. Aryan. Draw me, Aryan." She sat by the bridge, stretching her legs out like a muse from a forgotten era. He sketched in silence, watching the way the rain slid down her collarbone, the curve of her lips, the wildness in her eyes. She was beautiful, yes, but it wasn't just beauty. It was something electric, raw, sensual. After he finished, they shared a quiet walk through the narrow alleys of Montmartre, talking about art, music, heartbreak, and everything in between. She had lived everywhere. Madrid, Rome, Lisbon, never settling down, never staying too long. That night, they found themselves in his rented studio apartment. It was small, with paint-smeared walls, a creaky floor, and one mattress on the ground. But when she walked in, it felt like the center of the universe. They didn't rush. They stood close, breathing each other in like they were memorizing everything. The smell of rain on skin, the tremble of anticipation, the taste of fate. Her lips met his, like poetry, soft at first, then urgent. Her hands explored his shoulders, his chest, tugging at his shirt, while his fingers tangled in her wet hair. Clothes fell like petals. The room filled with sighs, laughter, whispers in different languages. They made love not like strangers, but like soulmates who had waited too long. She was fire, wild, sensual, unafraid. She wanted to feel everything, his heartbeat, his breath, the way he whispered her name like a prayer. For 3 days, they barely left the room. They painted together, ate fruit in bed, danced to soft Spanish music, and touched each other like every second mattered. And it did. Because in the back of their minds, they both knew something this intense couldn't last forever. And they were right. On the fourth morning, Aryan woke up to find her gone. No note, no goodbye. Just one red scarf left on the pillow, and the faint smell of her perfume in the air. Months later, back in Mumbai, Aryan tried to forget, but he couldn't. His art changed. Bolder, more emotional, full of color and longing. Every canvas had her eyes, her lips, her red dress. She had become his obsession. At his first solo exhibition, the gallery was packed. Critics praised his emotional depth. Guests admired the mysterious woman in every painting. And then, she walked in. Red dress, same wild eyes, same smile. Sofia. She didn't say anything at first, just stood in front of a giant painting of herself, bathed in soft light and longing. "You found me again," she whispered. Aryan walked toward her, unable to speak. His heart pounded. His hands trembled. "Why did you leave?" he finally asked. "I was afraid," she said, eyes wet. "But I've been afraid all my life. This time I didn't want to run." And there, in the middle of the gallery, they kissed again. This time with the promise of forever.